Good afternoon, Mark. So, how can you instill a culture of customer care in a way that becomes mission critical for organizations?
I think culture comes from people all having the same feeling, the same end outcome, the same desire. And so for me, this mission critical. It's if you look at it, it's what is it that you're all here to do? What is the end result, the outcome we're looking to achieve? And being able to relate to that your role and the role you help someone else deliver, whether they're inside the company or a partner or a supplier, all adds up to that end goal. And feeling how it matters, what you do matters. So for me, mission critical, it's about what the customer requires of you, and you expect what you as a customer would require of them if they were your customer.
What advice would you give to someone who aspires to ensure that the entire organization cares about the customer? And this is a question in the context of large PLC, like your former company Rolls-Royce, which had thousands of employees.
I think deep down, everyone does care about them. They care about the quality of what they do and the outcome they do. Sometimes you can lose your place about why you're doing it and how it fits together. So moving a whole organization is about hearts and minds. Easily said. The best way for me is that you tell some stories. You tell stories about what we're all wanting to achieve as a group, as a collective. It's not just about those people who have the privilege to see the customer. Many people don't. And so how do you share that knowledge, that understanding, and get the richness of that engagement without everyone being at the front door, if you like, with the customer? So it's not about just those people at the front. It's about people all the way through, horizontally, vertically. And the easiest way for me is you tell some stories. And you don't just tell them stories when it's a problem. You tell them what customers delight them, and you get some enthusiasm and some pride, and you get a lot of innovation. People say, well, actually, I know I'm doing something here. If I could do it like this, it might create a better outcome for our customer.
Thank you, Mark. And how can you measure these, customer care, or in other words, what are the right measures to really implement and have robust customer care processes?
Well, again, depends on the contract, but the first one is, what's the customer saying? Would they recommend you? Would they advocate your work? Would they say to someone else, yeah, they delivered on their contract, on their commitment. They're always alongside me. I can rely on them. So the first measure, that the customer satisfaction measure, the customer advocacy measure. And then I would look at the sort of key things that the customer looks at, which is, did you deliver on time? Did it work? Does it work, I should say? What's the cost to me of that particular service, that product and service, the through life cost? How responsive are they? Not only to, providing a quote for some new work, but also delivering on things if they don't quite work, or I need an improvement, or I need an answer, I need some help. So quality, delivery, responsiveness, and then ultimately, reliability of the service as a whole. And then everything else cascades from that. But the big test for me is, what are they saying about you to their colleagues inside the company, their company, or to their competitors and or partners, outside in the market.
Mark, today you have talked about descriptive versus predictive and versus prescriptive analytics. What are the main differences across the three, and why do these differences matter?
Okay. So all those things, when we're talking about capturing data now and turning it into something you can use, some information, all of them are good steps. A descriptive piece of analysis is telling you what's happening. I mean, it's good. It's good to know what's happening. You know, it's telling you what's happening now. A predictive thing is you've taken that understanding of what's happening and you're saying this is what's going to happen. And then the final bit there, the prescriptive one, is the real game changer, because you now say, I know what's happening, I know what's going to happen, and here's what I'm going to do to stop it happening or to change how it happens. So, you know, do you see there's a sort of evolution there, or a progression?
Yeah.
They're all adding value, but the last one is the one which starts to really optimize people and resources and get that, you know, that fantastic delivery, and take cost out. Because if I can prevent something happening by doing something myself, I'm not reacting, I can optimize when I put my resources and my people, and ultimately I can take even more disruption out for a customer, and disruption equals cost ultimately.
Excellent, thank you. And my last question is, how do you see the future of advanced services? What do you see as the next, as you call it, game changer in this space?
Well, I'll start by, I think it's all about individual services, individual to the customer, individual to the pieces, you know, their products, their assets. So each one is managed to be its best. And then you add that to all the other ones they've got, if you like, and you've got a, you know, a beautifully optimized system. And I think the future, which is already here actually in terms of some of the other things we use in everyday life, is it's simple, it's intuitive. The complexity is behind the scenes, it's hidden. And you're just getting the key understanding that every individual is tailored and customized to make it the best. And it's simple. And that's, you know, data analytics, joining up devices, humans still involved in making those key decisions and setting those algorithms up. That's the future for me.
Mark, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights today.
Very welcome. Thank you.